bwe tufunyengamu nti bafaama bangi baagala okulunda naye tebalina magezi gamala okukola ki kukulunda. Bamaliriza bakoze losses nnyingi ne bevuma. So omusomo guno omugaso gwagwo kuyambako okugaidinga mu ngeri ki gy'ogenda okubeera nga olunda enkoko ofunemu ki akasente nga tokoze losses nnyingi. So let us proceed. This is a draft of the budget. Draft of the budget for raising 200 broilers. We have chicks, 200 birds, starter feed 0.8 grams per chick per day. And the grower pack, finisher pack, anti-stress pack, disinfectant, vaccines, dewormer, litter, newspapers, electricity, housing, transport, feeders, drinkers, charcoal, water, and then liquid paraffin. All these things are important. All these things are important in starting up a poultry farm or a poultry venture. For example, I've tried to estimate the costs of almost each of these things. Right now, the chicks, according to B and Zika, they are sold 3,000, that is the average. And then those are their prices still for feed, is at least average. And then for those other things I put like a vitamin, disinfectant, whatever, those are their prices. And when you come up with the total, when you invested, the total cost of being 3.88, 3,883,000 shillings. Well, to break even is a time when you're not making a loss and you're not making a profit. You're going to get that amount of cost, the total cost that is fixed and variable, and then you divide by the amount you expect to sell your produce or your poultry or your birds at the end of the season. So when we get that amount, we divided, I estimated if we sell our birds at 15,000 shillings, to break even, we need 258 birds to make sure that we are not making a profit or making a loss. That is the initial. So the net profit in season 1, that is when you bring your broilers, for example, for 2 months, we expect you to get a okay, it's not a profit, but it will be a loss of 883. That is if you raise only 200. But if you increase just the number by 250, you make net no loss, no profit. And then in season 2, if you persist, and now you choose to maintain the same number or bring 300, okay, you maintain the number of 200, you're going to find that you get 327,000 as the profit. So for you to benefit, it means that you have to raise the number of birds that you're going to raise to 300. Wetudako mu lulimi Oluganda bw'oba oli kulunda enkoko ng'oli kutandika weetaaga obukoko, weetaaga emmere y'obukoko. Emmere eyo ejjira mu stages. Stage esooka gye bayita starter, eddako grower, emaliriza gye bayita finisher. Kati then n'ofunayo ka anti-stress pack oyo vitamin n'akadagala ka enrofloxacillin ka antibiotic. Tufunayo ne kye bayita ka disinfectant ka norplis kano tukakozesa okubeera nti tu disinfecting ekiyumba nga tetunaleetamu nkoko zaffe. Twetaaga vaccines ezo, twetaaga ka dewormer, twetaaga ebikuta, twetaaga empapula z'amawulire oba ka brooder paper ke tugenda obikako ku bukoko obuto, twetaaga amasannyalaze, twetaaga ekiyumba, ka transport, ebyokuliiramu like feeder ne drinkers, obusuwa, amazzi, oba tanka y'amazzi, then ne ka liquid paraffin. Ka liquid paraffin kano kaba bakatunda katuyambako okubeera nti opening up digestion, nti obukoko obuba tebunatandika kulya. Well, ka anti-stress pack ako nga nakugambye usually kabeeramu ne glucose. Enkoko nga zaakatuuka bino byolina okukola wammanga. Olina okumakinga sure nti enkoko zo at least zirina space. Kati enkoko 2, enkoko 100 ozibalira 4x6 kitanda. Enkoko 2 oba olina kugatta ebitanda 2. In other words, ekiyumba nga kino ky'oba okoze ekiri 5x4 feet oba olina kukola nti olina kikola quarter, okidividingamu by a quarter, then nobeera nti osobola okuraisingawo enkoko zo. So tujja kwetaaga fresh air. So olina okubeera very keen nti ekiyumba ekyo mu kutandika kirina kikola mu shape nga yasaako. shape ya circle oyambeko enkoko obutakola ki oyambeko enkoko okubeera nti enkoko okubeera nga tezigira ki nga mu kafaananyi ogenda kulaba nti mu kiyumba kyaffe tulinamu drinker, tulina feeders, tulina obukoko, tulina ezo peppers. Okuyambako enkoko olina okuteekamu kiri ekintu kya round waisted plywood okubeera nti obukoko tebugenda mu busonda nga bubeera nga bwepairinga up mu kifo kimu. So olina okubeera sure nti bulina empewo. Yes, ogenda kufuna ekipapula obikke side ne side okubeera nti ekiyumba tekiriimu mpewo nnyingi but at least olekawo ka space empewo ey'okusaba we zinasiza. Then space obukoko obuto nga nagambye bwetaaga space ya osobola okugira it is 0.025 meters per bird and for young birds then eziba zikuzeemu size ekyukamu ejja kubeera 0.1 meter per bird and then for light betaaga first day onezirekerako light olunaku lugamba second day okay, that is 24 hours second day kijja kugenda nti up to like 23 hours. And then for temperatures, and this is making sure that by day one, temperatures are ziri mu asatu. Abamu ku mulina amasimu osobola okusetting up n'olaba temperature eri mu kiyumba. Oba naawe gwe wennyini how do you feel ng'oli mu kiyumba ekyo? Do you feel comfortable? Towulira mpewo, towulira bunnyogovu? That's what they mean. So, yeah. Then ekirala biosecurity abantu abagenda mu kiyumba ekyo olina obakendeezaako olina okirininga bufiida ne budrinka nti olina okumenga sure nti enkoko zo wansi oteekawo obukuta naye akakuta kungulu olina okabikako pepa kati ekiyambako obukoko obutalya bukuta obukoko buba tebudde bukuta ojjukira buba tebulina immunity ebumala buli obukuta busobola okufuna ki ebirwadde ate tebusobola kwawula mmere nabukuta that's why bufiida bwe tuteekamu bulina kubeera nga busowaani bulya kye busanze buba bukondeera kye busanze n'obuteramu n'amazzi koko nga bwakatuuka usually bubraida olina osooka n'obeera nti obuwa amazzi for 2 hours nga mulimu just ka glucose oil then afterwards n'olyoka obutandisa ku mmere yeah so akakuta koteeka wansi at least gezaako okulaba nti kalina fuuti emu oba sentimita 6 kijja kubeera nti kituyambako so again bwe tuddamu for brooding this is a very very crucial stage. You have to make sure that your birds are getting the right feed, they are getting the proper warmth, they are getting air, fresh air, they are on good litter. And you have to make sure the very, very important one is that you got your birds from the right source. Okay, so like we have now seen that to make a profit here in this budget, the highest percentage of the budget is occupied by feed. Yeah, yes. So for you to maximize your profits, you have to make sure that you see, as we are going to discuss in the next slides, that you have to work on certain areas to make sure that you get a feed because this profit is too little and you, in the first session you may not get a profit because you're just breaking even, and this is what farmers don't usually look at. They just start but they do not know when am I able to start making a profit. So moving on, one of the ways that you're going to make a profit from poultry farming is choosing the right venture. Choosing the right venture, you have to pick a niche where you think you're comfortable depending on these factors. For example, we have layers, we have breeders, we have dual purpose, and we have local. So the choice of venture will depend on the market. This is key. For broilers now, like we have discussed in the budget, you have to make sure that you have the market. And after 2 months, you will have the people who will buy your price. If you do not have this means that you have to buy a freezer or a cook shop where you're going to store your product or your chicken before it gets spoiled. And then you need land. For broilers, like I'll show you in the housing, there are modern ways of farming and we are using even lesser space compared to how it has been. Yeah. But if you have a lot of land, you can venture in 2 layers because for them they need bigger spacing or dual purpose. And then expertise and labor, you're going to find that if you do not have a lot of expertise in layers and broilers, Why? And in the area you are, you can do local. Just do that. You do not have to waste a lot of energy trying to do other things that you do not know about. Yes. And then capital, depending, like I told you, for those who want to start, some of you already started, you can start with that capital I estimated like at around 3 million. But still, even if you do not have that money and you want to start even with lesser numbers, you could even start with 30 birds. But your purpose is that you want to make sure that you have started. So you go on improving, and learning more on the job. So the break-even time, like I already told you, this is the time when you're not going to make a profit and you're not making a loss, but you're just on balance. So you're going to see that the broiler venture, like I showed you, breaking even needs 2 seasons. You may not break even in only 1 season unless you increase the number of birds you're stocking in a go. Then for local birds, you may break even because sometimes you do not need a lot of you do not need, you're not investing in feed, you're not investing in water, you're not investing in housing. Usually we even keep them in our local setting. Others can even sleep on trees. So for that one, you may break even earlier compared to this other one. But for broilers, break even is easier compared to layers because layers require a lot of investment, and then you have to feed them to start laying at up to like 5 months, and after the 5 months you can keep them for like a year, but that is when they will start giving you something. But you've invested for all this time and you're not getting anything in return at that moment. So you're going to see that for brothers, we are breaking even maybe in 2 sessions, that is 2 months. Those are like 4 months. But for layers, it is going to be 5 months and above. That is when we'll be able to make our profits out of it. Wetuga mulimi Uganda. Nti londa ekintu ekikusaana oba ekikugyamu okusinziira ku biki by'olina. Bw'oba olina akatale ka loko ekikulunza broiler kiyitibwa. Bw'oba olina ettaka erimala ng'oli mu kyalo oba ng'eyo tekawo lokozo oba tekawo leyazo. Ekirala bw'oba nga kiki ky'osinga okutegeera bw'oba okola. Tomala gakola bintu kubanga olaba buli omu akoze apostinze ate so why no? Just do what you think you want. Then ka capital k'olina nako kajja kudetermininga bw'oba olina sente zigulanga okuzaala okutandikirawo just do that. And then the break-even time obudde bw'omala nti okutuuka okukola kugoba yasisinzira nga bwe mbanyonyodde oyinza okwesanga nti akoze broilers oba akoze broilers afunye amagoba mangu okusingako ku breed endala. So toyongereyo, moving on, like here in the broiler makati you layer then ziliwo papas. We will listen to this brief video shortly and then we can proceed later.
Kyetwandiise mu luzungu category tulina categories 3. Esooka kyetwandiise broilers ez'ennyama, eyokubiri layers ey'amagi, eyokusatu papas breed ezo z'amagi na nnyama ziba za bintu bibiri. Kati mu ggwanga mu bika bye tulina yanasooka mbaweeko bika ki bye tulina, naye ebika bingi ebiri eyo n'ebweru w'amawanga bye tujjayo naye ebimanyikiddwa wano eno tubeerako nga tulina. Naye ekikyasinze okula obulungi n'okejja tebayita efficient plus kye tulina wano fenga wakusokwano. N'ebeera y'ekika ekirala bakiyita rose 308. Rose 308 nakyo kika kirungi kyekiddirira kiri ndi mubipanga mu order kusinziira ku performance y'ebika ebyo okuviira ddala ku kisinga okukola obulungi paka ku kisembayo. Ekiddako tukiyita 700, ekiddako tukiyita 500, then ekisembayo ne tukiyita habad. Ebyo ebika bye tulina wano mu ggwanga. Kati mu bika ebyenze ez'amagi tulinayo fenga Wakiso Farm gye tulina bakiyita Isa Brown. Weewaawo kiti ekisingira ddala mu kubiika, kisingira ddala okubiika bakiyita n'okujeera. Kati fe tulina kiddirira kye bayita Isa Brown. Then ng'ovudde ku Isa Brown eriyo kye bayita Bovaline. Then ekirala ne bakiyita Highline, ebika bye tulinawo ebya layers. Then mu bika eby'amagi n'ennyama bye tuyise bizo papas mu Lungereza tulinawo ekika kye bayita Croiler, ne tubeerawo n'ekika kye bayita Kenipro, ne tubeerawo n'ekika kye bayita Sasso, ne tubeerawo n'ekika kye tuyita Rainbow, era n'ekisembayo bakiyita Sussex. Kwebyo ebika byembaza ebitaano